Well, hello everyone. You don't have to listen to TGE first tonight. That is because we are changing a little bit up here in Bay City. I will be taking over as the main GM for until I get sick of it. And so I guess I'll introduce everyone that you already should know. First of all, we do have Chameleon Ice Baby. We have Baby Dark Doo. We have in your head OPT TT. We have TGE spoke in chat today. And
wow.
And Narisha, never gonna give you up. Narisha, gonna let you down.
I get the Rick Astley one. I'm not shocked by this. I'm not offended. I'm just not shocked.
And of course, I am CrimsonAvix. I will be leading you into our newest volume of Bay City Chronicles, which is Solstice. And tonight's episode, The Hunter and the Hunted. And we're going to start out where the back page of our final episode from last volume was, and it is a dark alleyway, and there is someone dressed in green and white down at the end of the alley with, and you sort of get a better picture now. You have some guys in uniforms, and if very relevant, if you've seen any of the Final Fantasy VII remake, the Shinra soldiers having those masks and everything else that come over their eyes. Well, these aren't like the 3 lighted ones, they're just 2 lighted, but they are masks that sort of are night vision goggles and everything else. And they're following this early young adult down the alleyway, and they have him cornered. And suddenly, someone starts walking up to him, and hold on. Come on, let me show. And we have this guy. Hoping that it actually showed up on your screens.
Showed up on mine.
Yep.
All right. We have this guy. Yes, that is Raiden from Metal Gear Solid. But we have this guy walking down the alley towards Hunter of the Future.
It's not showing up for me, but I will see it on the stream.
I don't think you want to go any further. Not that you can.
You and I both know that I will go as far as I need to stop this.
You've already gone far enough. Run yourself into a dead end.
A small miscalculation.
So tell me, did you really think that you would achieve what you were looking for?
I've seen too many times where people were put in a similar situation and did. So yes, I absolutely thought, empirically speaking, I would get exactly what I wanted.
You will have to repeat that, Teach. My headphone died on me.
Yes, I absolutely thought I would get what I want. Empirically speaking, of course. Too many good people lost what they believed in, lost what they loved because of what your boss decided they needed to do. So yes, absolutely, to answer your question.
Well, you're just going to come back with me now. You're not going to fight. And we're just going to take care of this. We can't have any more of this suspicious activity going on here.
There was nothing suspicious about my activity. You can report back to your boss that I no longer need to be babysat or, looked on like that. I'm way too old.
You know the rules of Solstice. You know everyone's monitored. You will always be babysat.
Of course, I know everyone's monitored. Where do you think half the technology came from?
As I said, you can come with us. You can do so willingly, or we can do this the hard way.
Well, statistically speaking, you have me vastly outnumbered.
Just then the figure pulls out a whip. The whip itself is made of basically an electric current. And he pulls it back to sort of launch to wrap Future Hunter up. And just as he cast it forward, everything stops for Hunter. Like everything around him.
Well, this is a statistical anomaly.
And then suddenly you see a flash of light in front of you. And someone you very, very, very confidently recognize. Hello, Hunter?
Empirically speaking, this conversation should not be possible.
Okay, you must be Hunter.
And as are you, but what's going on here?
Well, obviously, I'm not from your time. I'm from the past.
Yeah, you're like 12 years too young.
Well, you remember Jay.
Yes.
He kind of sent me to get you. Since we need you.
So the government agent sent my younger self into the future to pull me from an apocalypse.
Into a future. He wasn't sure which one he was sending me into.
Is this where you quote a movie and say, "Take my hand if you want to live"?
Nobody did bring pills.
Statistically speaking, going down the rabbit hole is always a bad idea.
Oh, wait. I didn't tell you. Jay said not to give you a choice.
And let me guess, he also didn't tell you the full scope of his plan and just wants us to wing it.
And at that point, younger Hunter just touches older Hunter and teleports him.
We get to get a comic panel of older Hunter just with this incredulous look of, yeah, I expected that on his face.
And suddenly, we are back on the ship with Kestrel, Malkir, and Lutra. Where the last comic ended.
Right. Trying to remember what that was.
I actually roughly forget where we were going.
Yeah,
I know we were going to solve a problem.
I thought we were going back to Stormbreaker, but I could be wrong.
We were going to something with Hunter.
I don't remember.
If I remember correctly, you're actually heading to where Jay was because Jay said there was an issue going on.
Right.
Gotcha.
That's right, yes. That's right. So, Alright, so...
We were in the jet, yeah.
Right. Lucha's, like, sitting off to the side looking out a window.
Suddenly, you get a call.
Who gets a call?
The ship.
Okay.
It's a voice call from Jay.
Oh, fun.
Wasn't Jay on the ship?
I thought he contacted us.
Jay called and said that he needed them to come to him.
Yeah.
So he didn't go on the ship with them back from New Orleans, okay.
No.
No,
Yeah,
Jay
Jay
wasn't
was-
in New Orleans.
No, his other... Oh, whatever.
At
Yes,
least
he
I
was.
think.
Yes, he was.
Yeah, he totally was, because you came in and fought.
Oh, that's right. He did come. Well, he wouldn't have waited around for the ship. He wouldn't have gone back on the ship.
Gotcha.
Okay, that's fair.
That makes sense.
Well, he wouldn't have gone back on the ship, but... Or did he? Now that I'm thinking about it, yes, he did.
Yeah, he
Okay.
did, because he was showing them where to go.
Okay. Well, okay, they're all going to DC together. So Jay walks out of the war room and goes to where everyone else is. Oh, by the way, and looks at Lutra specifically. Don't be mad, but Hunter's kind of not going to be there when we get there.
Okay. I thought we were going to help Hunter or something.
We are. He
Okay.
just won't be there yet.
Huh?
Well, I mean, that's if it takes him as long as I think it will take him to get who we need to get.
Okay. Wait, did you send Hunter out to get some... Why would you do that?
Because he's the only one who would know who he's looking for.
Oh,
Who's he looking for?
that's a good
Hunter?
question. Yes, who's Hunter looking for?
Hunter.
Right. And
Right.
he's looking for...
And he's looking for who?
Exactly.
Oh,
Okay.
I see where this is going.
Oh, so who's exactly?
We'll go with that, Lutra, yes.
Oh,
So how is Hunter looking for this exactly fellow?
I don't think Lutra wants to know.
No, he probably doesn't.
I think I probably do, actually.
Time travel.
Oh, God. Wait,
Oh,
what? You sent little Hunter off to the pasture field with you... What?
actually, that's a good question. Did he go to the past or the future?
The future.
All right, that's right. If he's getting Hunter, it wouldn't really go backwards, would it?
Yeah, I
kind of
guess that
weird.
wouldn't make any sense. But, okay, so... Okay, why are we bringing Future Hunter back? Isn't that like a bad thing?
Normally.
Okay, what?
How many bad things have you gone through already?
I mean, a lot, but I mean, most of my anyway, a lot, but still, there's no reason for us to want to do more.
We kind of need him though,
Why do we need Hunter from the future?
because he's the only one who knows what happens in between now and then.
Isn't that like cheating or something?
No, it's only cheating if it's the other people doing it.
Oh, okay, okay.
After I saw you do your superpower stuff, Jay, I kind of thought you were going to be like super heroic and like kind of be one of us, but you're still Jay, aren't you?
Well, obviously.
Yeah.
Just because you saw my powers doesn't mean I'm not Jay. I'm still the same. We'll go with person.
I don't think he meant that as a compliment, though.
I don't intend to take it as one.
Okay.
I intend to take it as I'm Jay.
Yes.
So, just out of random curiosity, how is Hunter even going to the future anyway?
I mean, we had another person to help us, didn't we? Lionheart has the ability to do that.
Oh, that's right.
I see.
Ooh.
I mean, it kind of works a little weird, so hopefully nothing went wrong. Probably should have made sure that nothing went wrong before I came and helped you guys.
You're being less reassuring the more that you talk, Jay.
Yeah.
Trust me, everything's fine. I'd just like to see you guys squirm a little bit.
Well, you've done that well. So, if Hunter's going to the future to get Mr. Exactly, I don't know if Lutrus caught on yet or not.
No, we've already established that.
Okay, good. Anyway, if Hunter's going to the future like that, does that mean that we're actually, well, if I'm spitballing here, are we going to get like one of those crazy, war-torn, future dystopian kind of Hunters who comes back with like a silver arm and maybe like, I don't know, like just a crazy look to his eye? Like, is he going to be like a super awesome Hunter?
So Lucha just is like staring at Castro like, what in the world are you even going on about?
I don't know, he sounds really excited about it, though.
He does.
You guys don't read enough comic books.
Well, no, they don't really have any about otters. I wasn't really ever interested in the other ones.
Oh, by the way, you'll be needing these. And Jay pulls out badges for Malkir, Kestrel, and Lutra that look like government IDs.
Ooh.
Ooh. Well, that reminds me, Malkir. I was kind of wondering about something. You lost your powers last time, right?
I don't really know at the moment, Kestrel. I'm still trying to figure out what's going on. But yes, I can't conjure flame anymore, if that's what you mean.
Yeah, it's kind of why I meant. It's just, like, if we gotta get into like some real dangerous superheroics, like, you're gonna be a really awesome assassin, sure, I'm still. I just want to make sure that, like, without your, like, fire powers and all of that, like, if you... No, you're still up to it, right?
No, here kind of just looks over at Kestrel, reaches into his waistband, and pulls out his sight stick and opens the safe up in the middle of the plane, and looks like Kestrel goes, yeah, I think I'm okay.
Yeah, okay, that was kind of silly.
Didn't you know you get 7 years of bad luck for that?
It's not a mirror.
Or an umbrella. But no,
Ella.
Well, I'm glad that you're still here with us then, Malkir, because without my Anton, it feels a little bit empty. So, thank you for sticking around with us. And,
I mean,
Kestrel's going to, like, go on.
let's be honest. Without Anton, it feels a lot empty. That's a big space to fill.
He did have a big ass.
Kesh was gonna actually like put a hand on Antoine's shoulder and said, "Yeah, but you fill it nicely." Oh God!
Okay, kind of just looks over at Castro and raises his eyebrow a little bit.
It's kind of hurt when I touch you a bit.
So with that, Malcolm reaches up and just grabs Castro by the shoulder.
Yeah. That's not good.
Does that hurt?
I mean, you are kind of grabbing me by the shoulder, so yes.
Interesting. So Malcolm just lets Castro go and kind of looks at his hand.
You sure you lost your powers?
As I said, I don't know. Okay, kind of just goes to looking at the window at the moment.
So we're going to be heading back to the Superhuman Investigation Department headquarters. So don't worry. With Vernon out of the picture, there's not really much ambition currently to seek out superhumans. So you'll be safe. No one will be hunting you.
Oh, good.
Well, with Vernon out of the picture, I'd hope so. That's good to know.
He thought he had a lot more supporters than he actually did. However, that doesn't mean they're strong, dangerous people. There are still people who are hoping for the return of Blackheart.
Why would you want the return of her?
Because they're her cronies.
She was trying to destroy this world.
I'm sure she made them promises that she didn't intend to keep.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Steven's still trying to work on her whereabouts, so hopefully we'll hear something more, but she has to still be out there somewhere. I don't think she died with that crystal explosion.
No, I don't think so either, especially the way we were sent back here.
So, is anything else going on between Anton, Malkir, Kestrel, while we're going back? Jay doesn't really say much more unless someone...
You mean Lutra? Anton's gone.
Anton is gone. Yeah.
Lutra.
Well, Castro's at least gonna be kind of waiting excitedly in the plane to land down in DC and see what this all future hunter thing is about.
Right, Lucha's gonna just... He's still feeling and looking distant, and he's just kind of looks out the window. It's just mostly quiet.
You're not excited that you're gonna be seeing Hunter again, Lutra?
Oh yeah, of course. I am very much so. Just remembering the last time I saw Hunter. And that didn't seem to go very well.
Maybe he's forgotten. A lot's happened.
I don't think he's forgotten. It'd be hard to do that. Not to mention the fact that, really, a lot of it's my fault anyway. But
All right. Well, the plane keeps going. Eventually gets to a little outside of DC, Alexandria, Virginia. And they land in this park area where You can see the building sort of off on the side, which I can actually do.
So, there's one thing I just don't understand.
Okay.
Where is this Columbia anyway, and why are we in a district of it?
I actually don't know that one. Malkier?
Yeah. Malkier is kind of just dazed and confused, kind of.
No, Lutra had a very good question for once. It's
What was the question?
like, what is Columbia? Why are we in a district of it?
You might know it better as Washington, D.C.
No, I know that, but I know what the DC stands for.
Lutra.
What?
Lutra. It's because it's not a part of the state, it is a federal district, and the federal district was named Columbia at one point until it was named in honor of President Washington. Then it became Washington, the District of Columbia.
Oh,
Oh,
okay, that makes...
yeah, I knew that.
Right. Who's Washington?
Oh,
The first president of the United States.
Oh, okay.
My head hurts.
What? It's not like I studied the history of this country.
that is fair for once.
Remember, I've only been out for like 3 years now.
That Malkier kind of like reaches out and pokes Caster again.
What? Ow! Stop that!
Hmm.
I'm not going to be your guinea pig.
Well, yes, you're a squirrel. You're my squirrel.
All right. And so we land. Everyone can get off the plane to sort of walk over towards the building. As everyone gets off the plane, though, surprise! Flashing white light. And there, standing in the middle of the field, is a young person, not a teenager, but a young person that is wearing green and white.
Looks around at the three of you and just, you have got to be kidding me.
I didn't say anything, so I'm not kidding.
Is this our guy?
You are extremely excited. Statistically speaking and traditionally speaking, that's not you. That normally belongs to the other animal in your group.
Hi.
Is that a robot?
It is very interesting seeing the otter not being the excitable one.
Just had a long day. Who are you?
I go by 0 Day.
We're waiting for this guy called Hunter. Did you happen to see him?
I cannot say that I did.
12, little guy. Used to be hooked into a computer.
Well, nuts.
Lucha looks back at Jay. So, where's Hunter?
I'm sure he's here.
Hmm.
I didn't exactly get to talk to Lionheart yet.
Oh yeah, well he should be here too then, right?
Well, he's probably where he was when we left, or when I left.
So the guy in green looks at the four of you and goes, well, if all the data I have is correct, then the four of you being here means something horrible is more than likely about to happen.
I'm not near a kitchen, so I really don't know what you're talking about.
Where would you like me to start on rattling off the data points?
What's a data point?
Very well then. Lutra, anthropomorphic otter, crash landed in space, found in the desert was eventually indoctrinated to a Project Pharaoh, which caused the project itself to change its scope and direction. Finally broke out about 5 years ago, wandered over to the docks in Bay City, where he finally ended up being on a team in Bay City, doctored and monitored by one Dr. Thomas Casey. Looks down. Kestrel, former sidekick, ended up at the Stormbreaker Tower after some squirrels in the
Excuse
area.
me.
Yes.
I told you to be quiet. I didn't mean to have to chase you here, but you are coming with us. And suddenly, everyone sees that guy from the opening scene.
Oh gosh.
Oh,
So are there 2 robots now?
I don't. What's going on?
I can assure you I'm not a robot, and I can
Uh,
assure you that he is no good.
Valkyrie kind of just like looks back and forth between the two of them, not really understanding what's going on.
Okay,
I'm a little
so
lost too.
this guy seems to know a lot about us, and then that guy, he says it's bad. It really seems like a personal thing between you two. We should probably just like let you guys figure it out.
You three. You're accomplices of this man?
I
Did
don't.
you help
We
him
just
escape here?
we just met him.
We just
You
figured
are-
out he
you
was a
are-
man.
You are also guilty. You will all be coming with me.
Oh.
No, I don't think we will, sir.
Yeah, no, that's not happening. We just met him.
Like, we're
I
not
have
even
no
sure which of
reason
you
to
guys
believe
is
that.
bad.
I don't really care what you believe. That's what it is.
There's no reasoning with this one. Once he gets a thought into his head, he is hell-bent on following orders. A unfortunate side effect and flaw.
I'm guessing he's not a friend of yours?
Doesn't sound like it.
Why would
Why
a
would I
friend
be friends
try
with him? He's a refugee. He's been trying to escape and has violated almost every single law.
Oh,
Whose law are you talking about?
Our law.
And who is our?
It's the law of solstice.
Of love what?
so this isn't Solstice.
Wait a second. Back up. You guys are from Solstice?
Yes.
Huh? How'd you get here?
a question I
portal?
too would like the answer to.
For you, I don't know. You just vanished. Well, luckily, I was able to track you through this time.
This time and other world.
As this is going on, Ketcher's actually going to nudge Lutra a little bit.
Huh?
He's going to kind of fly up and kind of whisper him, Lutra,
What?
I think that's Zero Day guy. I get the feeling that he might be the hunter from Solstice.
Okay. What in the world makes you think that?
Well, Jay said we're supposed to be meeting Hunter here.
From the future, not from
Right.
another world.
Right. Yeah, that's a good point. But he's here. There's a time traveling, like, I think there's something weird going on. They're clearly not from around here.
Well, clearly, yes. They just said they're from Solstice. This isn't Solstice. Look, Lucha looks back at the both of them like, look, guys, we've been on Solstice before. We actually left there a few weeks ago. At least I don't actually know when at this point. But, this isn't Solstice. You're kind of in the wrong world. Sorry.
No. I'm in the right world.
Well, if you're looking for him, you
I'm
are.
taking him and you all with me.
We're not going with you.
Yeah, that's not going to happen.
You guys seem to think you have an option.
Oh, yeah, no, we're pretty sure we do.
You know, we definitely have options.
We just beat up like this big bad voodoo gang thing, and it was really easy, and you're just one person. So I think we can kind of handle whatever you are.
Lucha just looks at it. Did you
I'm
have...
going to make a suggestion to all of you right now. Stop digging yourself a hole you cannot get out of.
Yeah, Lucius looks over at Kestrel's like, Kestrel, can you just stop with the taunting of the bad guy? Because we just want him to go away, not fight us.
At this point, the figure lifts up his arm, flips open a little compartment on, like, a wrist bracer that he has, hits a few buttons, and suddenly you see a yellow light come out of the bracer, go about 150 yards behind you in a circular area, and then disappear.
Huh.
What did that do?
I don't know.
So, are we going to make this easy or hard?
Well, we have no idea what's going on, so you two figure it out. We'll see you all later.
Good luck escaping.
Escaping what?
Considering the light that he just projected, more than likely is a force field keeping you all in the same semicircular area.
I'm sure we can figure it out.
Well, we just narrowed our options, but now we have one obvious one.
Right.
Which one's that?
Kick the crap out of this guy.
Okay.
Valkyrie kind of just nods and looks over at Lucian and goes, "Yeah, that's basically it."
I got it by now. Trust me. It's
So who gets to go first on him? Because he doesn't really know us very well.
Valkyrie just kind of looks over at Kestra and goes, "Why don't you go for it? Show us what you got in this."
I don't know. I'm kind of, and then Kestrel's gonna like zip over and punch the guy in the jaw.
That is a poor.
You don't even have to roll. Kestrel punches the guy in the jaw and then just sits there and shakes his hand. And the guy didn't even flinch.
You're a lot harder than you look.
I tried to warn you.
I mean,
But
he
you
You
ran
gotta
off
be
before I
faster
had-
next time.
So Valkyrie kind of just looks over at the guy in green just to ask what he would suggest they do in this situation. You're muted, Teach, unless you're not talking.
I wasn't talking.
So, since you know so much there, 0 day, hour, whatever, how would you deal with this fellow right here? No offense, by the way. We're just trying to figure things out. Give us a moment.
How would I deal with him?
Yeah.
By finding the fastest means of egress possible.
Okay, well, let's pretend there isn't one of those, despite the fact that I actually don't know what the heck egress even means. But
I think it's a kind of bird.
Okay, right. So there's no birds in here. So like, what else do we do?
We just get a comic panel that's the close-up of 0 Day with a thought bubble, thinking to himself, and all it says is, "How did you deal with this?" Well, considering we know what made the wall, you destroy that.
Oh, the thing.
It's not that hard of a tactic. However, now that I had to explain it to you, he's going to be on to us. So
Oh, right.
Oh, yeah.
then he looks. Wait a minute. You see him go up and do a little adjusting, and then you're not sure how he knows this, but he is now on your communicator frequency.
Ah,
Some things never change.
okay, that's weird.
So you followed all of this way just to get me, when technically I did exactly what I was asked. I'm out of your hair. I'm no longer breaking any of the laws you have established.
You and I both know this is exactly what you wanted.
what I wanted?
Oh, yes.
Do you really think that of all the places and times that I would choose to go to, I would choose to come back to this exact moment? And he looks around at Malkir and Lutra and Kestrel, and then looks back with this look of incredulous disgust on his face. Yes, because that would be the tactically sound move.
I feel insulted.
It helped you achieve your goal.
It helped me achieve nothing.
Yet.
Look, we can go back and forth about this as long as we want to. We've done it forever. So why don't you just go back home and tell your boss? And instead of saying a message, he just sort of looks up and smiles and gives a one-finger salute.
I'll be going as soon as you come with me.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to work, because you now want to take 4 people with you, none of which want to go. Remember what I said to you the last time we met, that statistically speaking, you had me outnumbered?
Yes. But me having you outnumbered is quite different from you having me outnumbered. How do you all intend to escape anyway?
Well, it was that wrist thingy you had that granted whatever this force thing is.
Kestrel,
What?
why would you be telling the bad guy your plan?
Oh, I'm not telling his plan. I'm just asking for clarification from him.
Excuse me, Mr. Bad Guy, can you tell us how to defeat you real quick so we can do that? Thank you.
Do as he said. Try to take it from me.
Okay. So Lutra immediately steps up and uses his otter clap stunner.
That is also not going...
So he steps up and just like slams his hands together in this thing's direction. Which this move is now selective, so I can actually choose to just affect him.
Nice, I don't have to duck out of the way. Cool.
Should I bother rolling this, Crim?
Not right now.
Okay. It is fortitude, not toughness, but...
Yes. Right now, just to save you the roll, he's basically immune to all fortitude.
Right. So, Lucha lets off a semi-localized sonic boom inside this little area and whatnot, and looks up and just like, oh. Okay, that didn't work either. That still takes a lot out of me, jeez.
I mean, I could just stand here until you all weaken yourselves enough to where I don't even have to put effort into taking you back.
Valkyrie kind of just thinks for a second, then just looks at Kestrel and looks at Lutra, then just sits on the ground and just waits.
Yeah.
Okay,
Ah,
here's the plan. We start moving backwards to the edge of this field.
okay.
So Lucha kind of does that.
And Casper like zips off towards the edge of the field.
And now it's just you and I.
Kestrel, since you're moving faster than everyone else, you suddenly hit an invisible wall, and there is an overwhelming current that goes through your body and knocks you out.
Oh, okay.
So Malkir and Lutra just see Kestrel running as hard as possible and then just drop over.
Ow.
Out cold.
Lucha,
I found the wall.
Lucha runs over to Kestrel and starts trying to, I don't know. Can I revive him at all?
You do have the auto healing thing.
I do have the healing thing.
It's nothing fatal. It's just
Right.
him not
Which is what he's making sure of.
By the way, Lutra, give me a perception check.
Oh, sure, 1 sec.
As you're sort of getting over to Kestrel, you hear a little bit of rustling in one of the bushes nearby.
Huh. Lucha looks over that direction. And looks over at Melchior and says, I hear something over there.
Okay, kind of just nods and just slowly starts backing towards the bush.
And now we cut back to the mysterious figure and green-white dude. So, obviously, they did not heed any of your warnings and did not learn anything. They're an easy bunch to deal with. So now for you. Are you ready to come with me?
If I wasn't ready when we met in the alley, what makes you think I'm ready to go now?
Well, obviously, you're still without anywhere to go.
Oh, on the contrary, I have plenty of places to go. You see, unlike you, and as he starts to talk, you can hear him flip off your frequency. See, the rest of you don't hear the following speech. Unlike you, I know where I am. I know the area I'm in, and I know I have allies who I can call at a moment's notice. This is not the place you want to try to take me down. It will be futile.
But you seem to be thinking that you just can't escape this radius that I set. It also prevents anything from coming in.
At this point, ZD is making his way, basically walking closer, and at this point, he's basically face to face with this. If you think that I don't know how your tricks work by now, you obviously haven't been paying attention, have you?
You really choose to take this avenue.
I've said it once, and I will say it again. What she brought upon the world is horrible, all in the guise of power. I will not be party to that oppression, and I will not rest until I prevent it from happening.
You really want to prevent it that bad? Well, I would say your funeral, but you and I both know that's not the case. And with that, he takes a step back and a black, almost like a cloak, just appears and swallows him, and he disappears.
Oh, that was easy.
Turns the frequency back on. In theory, the wall should be down.
And back over with the other three, now seeing still mostly out of its squirrel. Someone sees this as a prime opportunity to meet some of his heroes.
Okay.
Oh my god! It's Lotra! Oh my god! Oh, it's Lotra! It's Castro!
Lucha looks over like, hi?
The bush is just rattling at this point.
Oh. Hey, hi. Lucha smiles and gives a wave, like,
He spoke to me. And he just falls over.
okay.
What am I hearing over the communication system?
So, someone just apparently really wanted to meet us. And, yeah. Hi. It seems harmless enough.
Oh my god, it really is it really you? Can I get an autograph? Can I get a selfie?
Yeah, sure, of course.
Lucha, we don't have time for this.
Oh, right. Yeah, sorry, we're in the middle of... So, actually, are you sure? Because he just left. We've really got nothing to do right now.
Jay walks over and pulls out, it looks like a cell phone, but he sort of starts waving it over Kestrel.
Yeah.
Great. We're going to have to take every one of you back into the lab to have you tested to make sure there's no radiation.
Castro immediately jumps up. Wait, lab? What?
Radiation. Huh?
What?
There'll be
Yes.
no need for that. I can do a mobile scan here.
No, I'm sorry, but I have to do this our way. And kid, that includes you, so let's all go into the building.
Hold on, Jay, what are you talking about?
Do we really have to involve the kid?
And who is he anyway?
He was captured within the force field. I don't know. But I mean, Kestrel's giving off some sort of signal, so I mean, I need you all to go in.
Well, he's gonna assume he just face planted into the wall. I don't think we need to take the kid with us.
That's what happened.
Oh, yeah, Kester, you face planted into the...
That was spectacular. Can you use that again?
You seem to be questioning a government official.
Isn't that what everybody does?
I feel fine anyway. It's fine. I don't need it.
Maka just kind of looks over at Castro and goes, "You're going." But I don't think we need to take the kid.
Do you have something against kids?
Do you really want me to answer that?
Is that Malkier? Can you sign the Sudoku book?
Oh, he knows your thing! You gotta do it for him now.
Great, we have a stalker on our hands.
Right?
I mean,
Oh, okay. Well, I guess I don't even need to include him because he's going to follow us in anyway.
that's exactly what I was going to say. But statistically speaking, it's not that hard to figure out, considering that is the thing you are most commonly known for, that and setting things on fire.
So, this is kind of bugging me. I gotta admit, you said this a couple times. You said statistically speaking. I didn't hear a statistic.
Also, statistically speaking, 73% of stats are made up right there on the spot.
Okay. I'll believe that one.
Like I said, 67% of statistics are made up on the spot.
Who's the computer in the green? I don't recognize him.
Yeah, we just met him.
Interestingly enough, I also don't recognize you. I have no data or information on who you are.
Oh,
That's probably a good thing. Just don't worry about it.
Oh, okay.
Why were you in the bushes anyway?
I
Didn't
saw
you figure it
y'all's.
out already?
I saw y'all's Jetland. I came running over to see y'all. I'm a huge fan of y'all. Where's the guy in the tin can? He was the best.
Oh, he was. Anton was cool.
Yeah, he's at home. Not our, like his home. He's
You know, take me to his home. I want to just
He probably wouldn't like that.
no. He
Let's just say he had a giant honey-do list.
I believe the more important question is, do you have a passport?
Um, my mom wouldn't let me go to government agency. I still live in her basement.
How old are you?
25.
Okay.
I assumed you were like 13. Okay.
But, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. The guys on the forum will never believe that I met y'all.
The who?
This is just so...
You're older than I am, and you're acting like this.
If you met superheroes, wouldn't you be...
Actually,
Are
I
you a
do kind of relate
superhero?
to that.
No, I'm a survivor.
Oh, well then you're not cool.
Aw.
Malkir just kind of like rubbing his temples, and the head tension out. It just goes, "Kid, just shut up."
Oh.
Does this kid have any visible technology on him right now?
He has his cell phone.
That will work. So as you say, oh, you're not cool. ZD's just going to look at the cell phone, and he's just going to there's going to be like a faint in the air, and the cell phone is just going to immediately shut off.
But I was going to take a selfie with... What happened to my phone?
I turned it off.
Aw. I mean,
Well,
the
that's
picture
not
wouldn't
nice.
hurt.
You're a jerk.
No.
Also, who's the guy with the sword back there? Should I worry about him?
No. Maybe. I don't know. You know, at this point, I really just don't know what's going on.
Well, at this point, I think our best idea would be to get in the building, so we're not still out here. So I can, one, talk to Lionheart to find out what happened to Hunter, and two, so we can possibly call Casey and figure something out.
Well, at least I'll give us a few answers.
Yeah, that's great. You know, let's just go. Lucha just starts walking off.
And what was your name, 25-year-old kid?
My name is Divinos,
Sorry?
the Generation Embracer, the Realm Manager.
What was the first part of that? De Niro's?
Let me finish.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, you were doing your intro. I won't get in the way. Go
My
ahead.
name is Divinos, the Generation Embracer, the Realm Manager, Champion of Eros, the Grand Improver, the Hollow Essence Sharer.
Go on.
Can you stop?
Sorry.
Let's just go in. I'm done.
As he's walking in, Jake sort of mutters to himself, "Man, he missed a breaker of chains."
If anyone's actually paying any attention, you see ZD just sort of like poking himself, like he's questioning what's going on right now.
Malkir's pretty much doing something similar, just not finding this amusing at all.
For reference for the audience, his name is Divinos, also goes by Kyle. But at this point, Divinos is poking Lutra, doing the same thing. Is this real?
Lucha walked off. Unless you ran up to him.
Are we going up to the
Yes,
jet?
ran up to Lutra.
Well, no, we were going into some building.
Yes, that. Oh, how did I get up? Whoa. Okay, not gonna complain. I've heard horror stories about puberty, but I didn't expect a deep voice drop like this. What's going on here? Lutra, Castrol, Malkir, can someone please explain what's happening right now?
What are
Wait,
you
what?
talking about?
Why are we standing in the middle of a field? Who is that? And was that this Jay who walked in? And can someone please explain to me why I'm in the body of a 25-year-old?
What's your name?
Hey,
Again.
what's my name? It's Hunter. Come on, Castrol, Nate.
Lucha walks over and stares. Hunter?
Yeah? Wait, are you still mad at me?
No. It's just got like this
Oh,
horrific.
good.
Are you okay?
I have no idea.
Okay. Hunter? Why are you in a body of not Hunter?
I have no idea. I was sent to the future to grab a version of me, and now I'm back here, and I don't know. Maybe something went wrong with the spell.
Spell? What spell?
The one that Lionheart was casting?
Oh god, okay, what do you... Okay.
Anyway, let's get inside before Jay gets mad. And there's French fries in there, I promise.
Lucia just hugs you.
This is really weird. I'm used to being shorter than you.
I know. Okay.
Also, I'm not sure how my dad's gonna react to this.
We'll figure that out later. No. Hunter, no, I thought you were mad at me, actually. I was never mad at you.
I wasn't mad, I was scared.
Yeah, no, I get that. He pats Hunter on the shoulders like, yeah, I know. We should talk about that later, actually.
Once we figure out what's going on, this is so weird.
Yeah.
Wait! And Hunter has a smile on his face. This means I can order alcohol.
You know, I knew you were going to say that, and it still surprises me.
He looks around at Lutra and Castrol. Hey, Malkier, wanna go buy lottery tickets?
Malkier just looks at him and goes, "Do you really think we have time for that?"
Oh, you're right, we don't. After this stuff, you wanna go buy lottery tickets?
After this mission, yes, we can go do that.
There you go. Yes! Hey, Hunter, do you know anyone named Zero Day, by the way?
Anyone named Zero Day? No, a Zero Day is a technical term for a backdoor entrance that nobody knows about into a technological outfit. Why?
Well, because that's who the person who was in that body before you showed up was calling himself.
What do you mean? There's somebody else in this body?
Yeah.
No, you said your voice is getting deeper. I think it's not your voice that was getting deeper. I think you're literally in an older body.
Castrol?
Yeah.
Are you sure running into that wall didn't scramble your brain a little bit?
Not entirely, but I am pretty sure that only about 10 minutes ago, you were talking like a computer, calling yourself Zero Day, and definitely not calling yourself Hunter.
Well, I mean, in my defense, I was a computer.
Oh, yeah, actually, that makes a lot more sense than I expected.
Yeah.
But wait, that means you can tell us. You actually went into the future then? Right?
I think so. I don't know exactly where I went. I just know I was sent somewhere. Anyway, let's go inside.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
because they kept talking about solstice, which is not... It's just the other world we were in. Whatever, let's go.
So as you all walk in, Jay is sitting there with Lionheart. Jay sort of tapping his foot, just waiting for everyone to file in.
Was Jay here for any of that conversation, by the way?
No, he was already inside.
All right, okay. Jay, we've got a bit of a problem.
You say that like I need to be shocked?
No, I'm just saying, we have a bit of a problem.
Apparently he thinks I'm a problem. Apparently he thinks there's two of me in one body.
Two of you, Zero Day?
Lucha points out, that's Hunter.
And now it's Hunter. Why does everyone keep calling me Zero Day?
Jay looks over at Lionheart. Was this an intended part of this? Lionheart just shrugs. I honestly didn't ever do this before, so I didn't know what to expect. So we'll go with yes.
Wait, so what's going on?
Apparently, the teleport back sort of brought back Zero Day and brought back Hunter's consciousness inside of him.
Okay.
So, what happened to Hunter's body? Sorry.
No, I was going to say, what happened to Hunter's body?
I mean, I have a few theories, none of which are better than the other. So how about we just don't worry about that right now?
No, let's worry about that right now, because, you know, we spent a whole heck of a lot of time, not you guys chose before you were here, but we spent a whole heck of a lot of time trying to make sure that awesome little kid got back into his body from a computer, and now you're telling me his body's just gone.
Not gone. It could just be in the future. Or somewhere else.
I mean, I think the term, if I remember correctly, was temporal limbo.
Yeah, we'll go with that one.
And Lutra, I appreciate it, but it's perfectly fine because I've skipped all of the acne, all of the awkward puberty, and all the voice cracking. I'm good.
But, Hunter, I get that. That's great. But there is still this problem of two consciousnesses in the same body.
Because that's something you haven't experienced before.
Fair point.
Wait, Dav? Is Dav here?
Lucha looks directly at just like, no! Never mention Dev again!
I'm sorry.
Yes.
Who are you?
I have no idea.
Who is this? Who is this?
Oh, don't ask him. He'll take like 5 minutes to tell you.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. You have titles?
I do. You want me to go through them?
Yes, they're titles!
I am Divinos, the Generation Embracer, the Realm Man, Champion of Eros.
Okay, so we don't really have time for this. We really need to figure out what's going on here. So, okay.
Why does no one ever let me finish? My friends don't when we do this, live stuff down at the park. I never get to finish.
Oh,
Yeah,
trust me. Yeah, trust me. I know how you feel.
Kestrel, can you please step into the room over here so we can just do a full body scan to make sure that it's nothing other than a very high electromagnetic shock?
Alrighty, will do. So Kestrel, he kind of floats into the room you indicate, and lands on the ground just right here.
Yeah, it won't. It will only take a minute, and it won't hurt at all. And he hits a few buttons, and this really large pillar comes down and stops like an inch from Kestrel's body, and then there's just like a bunch of blue lasers just firing all around him.
Yeah.
And
Is that a cone of shame?
no, but I'm sure I could put one on him.
He's hated. That'd be great.
I thought you were my friend, Hunter.
But suddenly you hear a voice that says, results negative. Well, I guess you're okay, Kestrel, so we don't need to put any of you other through the ordeal. But especially given the circumstance that we now have Hunter with us, it should be a more entertaining call to Casey.
And why exactly would we be wanting to call someone who has no knowledge of the situation?
Oh, gosh. Okay.
I think it's back.
Yeah.
Casey's aware of the plan.
I don't think Dr. Casey was aware of us merging Hunter and the 0 Day into one body.
He wasn't aware of the results. He was aware of the plan. He knew the possible outcomes.
Was this one of them?
This wasn't even the worst of them. There's a chance that Hunter could have spliced heading into the future.
Okay.
Jeez, why even send Hunter?
Why did you do that then?
I know you guys aren't going to believe me, but it was pretty much 100% necessary.
You're right.
You still
I
haven't
don't
clarified-
believe you.
You still haven't really told us, like, why and, like, given us a solid answer of, like, what this is all going to actually do.
What this is going to do is prevent a catastrophe.
Lucha looks over at Kestrel. It's like, do you ever expect Jay to actually answer a question?
That'd be nice.
I mean, it would be, but he doesn't because that's just who he is.
0 days right.
So
What
by
catastrophe?
You guys out in the field
Mhm.
kept mentioning about another world.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Solstice.
0 days not from another world. He is from the future.
Okay.
Why on earth would the future be known as Solstice?
I don't know.
Oh, I know.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, God. So it actually
Yeah.
happens?
Unless we stop it.
What happens? Wait, hold on. What?
Ugh.
What happens is simple. I don't know exactly what happens, I just know it does. But she succeeds.
How? Didn't we stop that already?
Well, we didn't stop her.
No, we didn't.
So,
Did you find a body?
well, we didn't get a chance to check.
We didn't get a chance to check. I shoved her into the crystal. It cracked, and then we were sent home through a portal. It was a thing.
So, if I can just follow the train of thought here real quick. Jay, you guys had Hunter go and get 0 Day to come here to prevent a catastrophe that would basically, like make Blackheart's plan succeed and like turn our world, like to merge the worlds or whatever, right? Like you did that to prevent the catastrophe from happening. You moved him here, right?
We brought him here because he's the only one that we knew of that would have potentially been in the time of Blackheart's succeeding in her plan.
So the answer
We
is
have to have knowledge about how she succeeded and work up a plan to prevent it from happening.
Okay.
But considering we don't know where she is or what she's planning, we're sort of out of the loop right now.
Well, so here's a question. How did you know that was going to happen to even do this in the first place?
That would be my doing.
Huh?
That would be my doing.
Right, no, I heard you, but what do you mean?
So, when time travel occurs, whether it be through magical or technological means, it leaves behind a small ripple that if someone knows what to look for and where to look for it, they can send messages back through that ripple.
Mm-hmm.
I sent the distress beacon back here, alerting people to the potential disaster. I used the ripple on the island that Anton got sent back in time on.
It's known as the chrysalis effect. Basically, someone from the future can leave a trace in the past that lets us know of conflict and chaos that happens down the line.
Okay.
I'm sure you've heard of the butterfly effect,
Yeah.
which is pretty much
That was a fabulous movie.
the opposite. It's when you go back and actually modify something in a timeline, it completely changes the future. Even something as small as stepping on the butterfly.
Why would you step on a butterfly?
You wouldn't. That's just what it's called. It's called the chrysalis effect because it is something that is shrouded in mystery, that is covered up, but once it opens, it can let you in to information that you may never experience.
That sounds super complicated.
The short version is simple. I'm here. We stop what happened. The future goes back to normal.
Okay, so how do we stop it?
But doesn't that mean then you don't exist?
Yes. But considering the state of the world where I come from, it's a sacrifice that I'm willing to make.
So that's a question I've got now. So if you had to come back here to help us, but then we do that and then you don't exist anymore, so what happens then?
Time has a funny way of working. Time itself traditionally wants to follow a certain path, and it will do anything it can to remain on that path. Things outside of its control can force it to change path, similar to the way that a train can only go the direction of the tracks it's on. All we're doing is throwing a switch on the tracks.
Tell me something, Lucha. The last time that you heavily played with time,
It wasn't on purpose.
did you not already? Yes, but did you not already redirect the control by which you knew Hunter?
Oh yeah, no, that happened.
So, by all rights, Hunter being in human form technically was not originally the timeline that you exist through.
No. But he was in the computer, because he just got out when we got back.
Right, because by adjusting the timeline in the future, you stopped the magic that was preventing the nanites in his body from healing him.
Right, how do you know that?
Empirical data.
Who?
I also know all the information about your past, Kestrel's past, and Malkir's past.
Why?
I can run it off if you'd like.
No.
No, but how do you know all of that?
I'm a researcher. It's what I do. Also, before we continue this conversation, looks over at the new guy with the 45 titles. All of this information has now been said with whoever this is in the room. By default, they are now looped in. So, I'm not sure who you are. I'm not sure what you're here for, but you are now part of this for the long haul because this information cannot get out.
Do we have a team name?
No.
Sit down and shut up.
That's a bad team.
That's a bad team name.
It's a horrible name.
I thought we were like the base of the Avengers.
I don't think that ever caught on.
Oh.
Okay, just rubs his forehead and goes, just please sit down and shut up.
He
It's
turns
still
back
a
to
horrible team
I
name.
could tell you the name. I could tell you the name I know you as, but I don't know if that would be the appropriate way to do it or not.
I'd rather not, no.
he turns back to 0 day. So my assumption, because you talk of empirical data, meaning research, is that we were right in seeking you out because the others here were ousted in Blackheart's takeover.
You would be correct.
By
Meaning-
us.
Yes. Basically all mutants of Earth were eliminated.
Gotcha.
Which, if you remember, was the direction Vernon was going.
And there's a very particular reason why I was spared.
Why?
Because for as evil and as vile and as decrepit as that woman is, she still believed she could turn me to her side.
When he hears that, Lionheart mutters under his breath, "Yeah, trust me, you sure don't want that."
Oh, believe me, I know.
Why would she want to turn you to her side?
To quote her, blood is thicker than water.
Wait, are you her son too?
She'd have you believe that.
And if playing to that illusion was what kept me alive, I have no problem playing to it.
So Lucha looks over towards Jay and just says, Hunter went into the future to find himself, didn't he?
Yeah. And given that none of us know what Future Hunter would look like, the only one who could actually understand who Future Hunter was Hunter himself.
Right. Why does he not seem to remember, like, us outside of computer data?
Oh, I absolutely remember you outside of computer data.
Oh, good.
But, considering where I come from, facts, figures, and statistical analysis are what kept me alive. So, that's what's happening. It's very quite simple.
Oh, yeah. Super simple.
Yeah, 100% simple. He looks at Jay again. What do we do now?
That's what we have to figure out. I mean, we know what our end game is.
And we notice she does it too.
There's just one problem.
No, just one.
Just one?
It encompasses all of them.
Oh.
Okay.
After everything went down, all information of what happened was kept highly classified. It was spoken of in whispers and stories. It simply was referred to as the day the world stood still.
But you have all that actual information, right?
It would be extremely easy if I did.
So that's a no. Well, where do we start then? Like, what's the next step?
Well, what do we know is unavoidable at this point.
Getting a headache? I mean, I don't know, actually. What is unavoidable at this point?
Blackheart coming back?
Oh, there's that.
The war itself.
What war?
Prepare for the war.
What'd you say?
We prepare for a war.
What
Against
war?
Blackheart.
Against Blackheart? Oh.
At this point, Jay walks over to what looks like a whiteboard and presses a few buttons, and it turns into a screen. So it's not only a whiteboard, it's a television too.
It's a smart board.
And yeah. These images were taken from space. Now, it may be kind of confusing what you're looking at because it just looks like stars and, meteors and streaks and everything else, and it just looks like the cosmos and everything else.
Mm-hmm.
And he hits a button, and a few of the streaks that look like stars and galaxies turn white. These specific marks here are not stars. Their energy readings are different.
Okay.
Their energy readings have a life force to them.
What's that mean?
It means they're sentient.
Oh,
okay.
Sentient stars?
Sentient what?
Sentient beings.
Oh, okay.
What's sentient?
It means, you know that thing you do where you think and you, like, realize that you don't know something, or, like, you have thoughts about yourself?
Luch just blankly stares at you.
Yeah, that's
Luch.
sentience.
Lutra, it means you're living and alive,
Oh, okay, thank you.
and can process thought and move under your own locomotion.
Gotcha, thank you.
We don't know exactly where they're from or what they're doing, but they are on a collision course with Earth.
Oh.
And they must be enveloped by some sort of barrier that allows them to travel at these high rates of speed through space.
When are they supposed to reach here?
By our projections, a few of them within the next few days.
A few days.
So do we get to go up into space and stop them?
Mr. J, I can't go into space. My mom said I had to be back by midnight.
Valkyrie just kind of looks over and just glares and goes, "You are 25 years old. Grow up."
But I live in her
Give me-
basement for free.
What is your mother's phone number?
So, Divino's hands zeroed out the phone number.
And what is your name? That your mother would call you.
Well, she knows me as, and at this point, he kind of pushes his glass up as Kyle.
Okay. Hold on a second. And he just dials the phone number.
I mean, the bigger question for you, Kyle, is aren't you just going to get in the way here?
I'm sure I'm helpful.
The problem, Jay, is that we can't send him home.
Yes, I know.
So
We have quarantine options available.
I'm sure we have industrial strength duct tape somewhere around.
I mean, come on.
No.
If we quarantine them, listen. Everyone listens to quarantines.
empirical data suggests otherwise.
So, Kyle, then, right? I see you have like a suit and everything, and you got a mask and all that, but do you actually do anything?
I'm a wizard.
He annoys me. Does that count?
I mean, that is the thing.
I'm pretty sure if we looked up, he'd probably have restraining orders.
So when you say you're a wizard, do you mean like you have like a pouch of birdseed and you're gonna like throw it at me and pretend to cast lightning bolts?
At this point, Cal does look down at his pouch of birdseed and kind of frowns. How did you know about the birdseed?
I've been around for a little while.
No, I have real powers. I have this magic staff.
Ah!
That's a stick you got from the tree you were hiding underneath.
Y'all are no fun.
Did you bring any dice with you?
I always carry my lucky dice with me.
Well, I mean,
Okay.
technically the D4s can be useful as caltrops.
This kid's gonna die.
Malkir can sell its other controls in one way or another.
Okay.
Either way, we need to figure out what we're doing because I'm about to call this kid's person's mother, and it's 50-50 on what I tell her. Either he's been arrested or he hasn't. Which one is it going to be?
Well, either way, he's going to be either locked up or come with us. Right now, I'm heading towards locked up, but yeah, you might want to tell Mommy that little Johnny here is not coming home.
So, little Johnny, as it were, your options are simple. Prove you can be useful, or you get to go spend time by yourself.
I think he means
Without the internet.
Oh, that's a fate worse than...
Just to let you know, this counts as your one phone call.
I can carry the pack.
You have 5 minutes to prove that you're useful.
How about a magic trick?
Oh,
4
that should be
minutes
good.
and 4 minutes and 45 seconds.
Go ahead and wow us, Kyle.
Okay. So, Kyle is going to perform an illusion.
Mhm.
He's going to make he's going to make Casey appear in the room. See, look, I brought Mr. Casey here.
Is that? I'm just gonna kind of go up and like put a hand and try to kind of bat at the Casey
That's-
projection.
It's visual and tactical. You can feel it.
Huh? Is that really?
Can someone please explain how whoever you are, Mr. Titles, which you need to tell me all of them later, by the way, has managed to teleport my dad into a secure government facility?
It's magic. And then with that, Dr. Casey disappeared.
Oh, okay.
Was that actually Dr. Casey, or was that... I don't even know anymore.
Well, that's cool. So you can make fake bodies or realistic projections or something, or
It's really easy if you just follow the industrial lights and magic, boards. They tell you how to do that trick.
you know what? I like it.
Smoke and
I'm
mirrors.
actually kind of curious.
It's literally smoke and mirrors.
Also, you're lying.
But I'm useful.
Malkir just kind of just mumbles under his breath. What a nerd!
Zero Day, why don't you go ahead and let his mother know that he came to the government with some information, so we took him in for additional questioning because we believe he'll be able to help us.
Actually not lying.
That's all fine, but whose mother am I calling?
Oh no.
Hey, Hunter.
Hey? Why are you all looking at me like that?
Do you remember anything from the last 5 minutes?
We were outside talking. We walked in. Kestrel cone ashamed in the scan, and then my dad appeared.
Oh, you saw that part. Okay. Wait a second. Oh, nuts! I missed the change.
So you don't. So what happened in between some of that?
I mean, nothing happened. Kestrel walked in, did the whole weird cone of shame thing, walked out, and my dad appeared.
No, there was definitely... Okay.
Maybe you should make the...
He looks over at Lionheart and he's just like, this is going to be a problem if neither of them can remember what happened while the other one was up.
We just have to figure out why they keep flipping back and forth. At this point,
Who's mom that guy?
At this point, Jay walks over to Hunter and says, "May I have the phone?"
What? Oh, yeah, here.
He calls. "Hello, is this Kyle's mother?" "Yes, this is Jay Pontius. I work for the federal government. Your son actually came to us with a little bit of information that he thought we might find useful, and it may potentially help us. So I would like to keep him here a few days, just for any questions that we may have relating to the incident. It's nothing big, just something that happened done here by one of our buildings. So if it's not a problem, we'll make sure he's taken care of. We have great boarding here. We have plenty of food and a lot of stuff to keep himself entertained. No, don't worry. We will make sure he brushes his teeth every night. Bedtime by 11? Okay. He told us 12, so that's good to know. All right. Yes, thank you for supporting us. Bye."
Hunter's gonna look. Is she gonna call in every day to make sure he changes his underwear too?
I didn't ask her that. So, back to everything else. I don't know what to expect from the war.
Mm-hmm.
I just know it's coming because
Wait, war?
We'll explain in a moment.
Oh, is this the thing we were talking about with my mother?
Yeah.
Blackheart obviously has intentions. And in a future, we don't stop that. And I don't know why.
So, can I ask a bad question? How do we know that what we're doing right now, by bringing 0-day slash Hunter here like this, isn't exactly what causes the problems in the future to happen?
My guess would be that 0-day wouldn't be trying to get back here if he knew that he existed before it happened. Remember, he has all that empirical data. If there was any data of him being back in time, he would know that that would lead to that future.
That's a good point. So how do we prepare for this war? We don't even know when she's going to be here or what she's going to be doing when she arrives.
Remember all that collecting I was doing of mutant information?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We needed to know who our allies were.
Okay.
Because this war is going to hit more than just us. And we have to know who to reach out to. We have to know who to trust with information. Because the last thing we want to do is give information to the wrong people and have it backfire on us.
That makes sense.
It does. Kind of.
And right now, the person I feel who could help us the most, I'm unable to get a hold of.
Who's that?
That would be Stephen Strange.
Oh, Doctor Strange again.
Oh my god, Doctor Strange!
Don't get too excited. We've been missing him every time.
Yeah.
Oh. I need his autograph to complete my Marvel collection.
Oh, me too.
Hold on. Hey, is this what I was like when I was 12?
Yes.
Or technically still am 12? Is it cuter when I did it?
A little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that I'm cuter than you.
Who are you again?
I'm Hunter.
You're not a superhero though. What are you doing here?
What am I doing here? He doesn't know, does he?
No.
I thought he was supposed to be a super fan. He doesn't know.
Yeah.
Oh,
no, he
this
doesn't
is
know.
too... He's not a real fan then if he doesn't know.
I know.
I mean, that's his loss.
There was never anything. He pulls out a giant book that he's got where he's logged everything down about the group. There's never a mention of a hunter in here. Huh. I'm disappointed.
Maybe if we tell him my initials, he might get it.
Yeah, maybe.
Or do we just want to let him figure it out himself?
You know, I think that one's a little more fun.
True. Malkier, what's your thoughts?
Just appease the nerds so we can get moving, please.
Oh, we can get moving whenever we want to. We don't have to appease the nerds. What's that? Never mind.
So, if your little book has the information, my initials are HUB.
Your hub? Oh my goodness!
Are you sure we can't just put him in quarantine?
I have a fan
at this point.
It is kind of nice.
Yeah. I mean, besides, he did that whole conjuring the fake hologram thing, whatever. So that seems like it could be very useful.
That's true. He did prove himself.
Oh, hey, Lutra.
What?
There's now another otter standing next to you.
Oh!
Your height and everything.
Hi. Hey, look.
Huh.
Interesting.
Why did an otter with a pink ribbon just appear out of nowhere?
Oh, he did that, apparently. Looks cute. I don't have a pink ribbon, though.
But wouldn't you have a blue ribbon? You're a boy otter?
Huh?
You are a boy otter, right?
Well, yeah, what's that have to do with what color I like?
Well, usually, if it's a pink ribbon, it's probably meaning it's a girl otter, so you would have a blue ribbon because you're a boy otter.
Okay. I guess? I mean, it's not like there is a girl otter on this planet anywhere else in the first place anyway, so I never
there is
really
now.
thought... Well,
There's plenty of girl otters on this planet.
well, not any that are me size and are from and can talk and stuff. Trust me, I tried. Didn't go very well.
You know, I've got pictures of some conventions I've seen on the internet. We have got to introduce you to them.
Yeah, those are just people in suits. They're not like really like otters or other animals. They're cute, don't get me wrong. I actually did. I've gone to one once. I made that mistake because I thought they weren't people in suits.
Aww.
They
You had a dream shattered.
No, I guess I should have figured that out pretty quickly. It's just, you know, they really didn't like it when I accidentally took one of their heads off.
Oh.
Yeah, that was bad.
So you said we're going into space, Mr. J?
No, I said it probably wouldn't be a great idea to go into space. Those things are traveling at a high rate of speed. Do you want to jump in front of one of them?
How fast are they going?
How fast do you run when your mom's yelling at you?
Pretty fast.
Faster than that.
Then no,
So
I don't.
remember how I said, a couple days?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's still like 10 million miles out.
Oh, that's really fast. Okay, so are we just gonna wait for them here then?
I suppose that's our option.
Okay. Do we have to wait here, or can we go back to Stormbreaker?
I mean, I guess if you want to go back to Stormbreaker at this point, that would be an option.
Did you have a better one, or we're just gonna stand here for days?
Honestly, right now we're waiting for the war to come to us.
Okay.
And
So we just have to prepare until.
At least until we can develop a better plan. But without knowing where they're coming from or anything like that, it's kind of hard to do that.
Okay.
All right.
Do
Well,
you have any further intel you can share with us so we can get ready for these guys?
Do you remember what you fought when you actually went to Solstice?
other mutants.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure you remember very well about Anton turning into a football, but
Yeah. That. Well, no, I wasn't there for that. I heard about it.
I was. That was impressive.
well, expect more of that.
As in, like, more things that are that strong?
Yeah.
You're talking about you're talking about like the weird like what did you say they looked like, the weird like flying scale thing?
I don't know. We haven't really gotten a great capture of what they look like.
I'm trying to remember because I remember you guys when you came back from the future the first time you fought. You said you fought a couple of things that looked like that, and when you went to New Hampshire and rescued Ven, you fought one that looked like that, and I just can't remember.
At this point, sirens start going off in the building.
You know,
And red
that's never
flashing lights.
that's never a good sound.
No, that usually means crisis, especially here in DC. So at this point, Jay flips the screen to basically it's a capture of all news feeds across the world. And on British news feeds, you see breaking news, and you soon see a bunch of other stations cut to this. And Malkir and Lutra will definitely recognize the surrounding area as the same area where Stonehenge was. But Stonehenge is no longer there. It is just a crater glowing with energy.
That doesn't look good.
And that's where we're stopping for the night.
Oh.
So, through all that confusing introduction to plot point, that does wrap up The Hunter and the Hunted. But, don't worry. A lot of this will start coming together as we continue on in our newest volume. But that will wrap up tonight on behalf of Chameleon Eyes, Dark Falls, Norastra, OPT, and Greenleaf. I'm CrimsonAvix. Have a good night.
Bye, y'all.
Bye bye.